I'd like to call our meeting back to order. Mr. Greenway, will you please read us out of closed?
Yes, Madam Chair. I move that Roanoke County School Board come out of closed session for the following: to discuss the investigation of a student matter pursuant to the Scholastic Record Exemption at 2.2-3711A2 of the Code of Virginia, and to certify to the best of each member's knowledge only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements under this chapter, and only such business matters as were identified in the motion by which the closed meeting was convened were heard, discussed, or considered in the meeting by the school board.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Dr. White?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Greenway?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens?
Yes, ma'am. Item 2.03, action from closed.
Yes, Madam Chair. I move that student number EX 2025-2026 number 11 be placed in an alternative education program under the conditions of a contract as developed by the superintendent.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Dr. White?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Greenway?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens?
Yes, ma'am.
And Madam Chair, I also move that student number EX 2025-2026 number 12 be placed in an alternative education program under the conditions of a contract as developed by the superintendent.
I'll second.
Madam Clerk?
Dr. White?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Greenway?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens?
Yes, ma'am. Welcome, everyone. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 4.01, announcement of changes in the agenda. We do not have any. Item 4.02, approval of agenda. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Dr. White?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Greenway?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens?
Yes, ma'am. Item 5.01, recognition of 2026 Young Arts Competition National Winner, Nate Buck, who is a student at Burden and William Byrd High School, and presented by Sarah Cubberly.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Nicely. This evening, we are proud to recognize Nate Buck, a junior in the Center for Visual Arts, for earning a 2026 National Young Arts Award in Visual Arts. Nate is joining us on the screen, as you see. Young Arts is a highly selective national competition. More than 16,000 students submitted work this year, and winners were chosen through multiple rounds of adjudication by distinguished artists and industry professionals. Nate's work was selected for exceptional technique, powerful artistry, and depth of thinking, placing him in a small group of the nation's most accomplished artists. His teacher, Mrs. Strum, shared, "This award reflects Nate's remarkable talent and dedication to developing his artistic voice." Please join me in congratulating Nate on this outstanding national achievement.
Congratulations, Nate. We have a certificate of recognition for you here.
Thank you.
We heard it. It's okay. Item 5.02, recognition of 2025 Summit Awards for Public Relations, Society of America, Blue Ridge Chapter, for Chuck Lineberger and Roanoke County Public Schools, presented by Dr. Ken Nicely.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'd like to ask Mr. Lineberger to come up and join me. So last week, the Blue Ridge chapter of the Public Relations Society of America held their annual Summit Awards presentation. These highly competitive awards recognize the best in public relations in Southside and Western Virginia. Entries are judged by PR professionals from other chapters nationwide. Judges evaluate the entry's overall research, planning, implementation, and evaluation. The top award in each category earns a Gold Summit Award, with a Silver Award going to the second highest scoring entry. Annually, Mr. Lineberger, who is accredited in public relations and a past president of the Blue Ridge chapter, submits different communications projects for consideration. This year, I'm proud to announce that Roanoke County Public Schools received 3 Gold Summit Awards, and that's for special events longer than 2 days for the category, or the special events category, excuse me, for the March Mathness 2025 with our supervisor of mathematics, Sarah Baer. And by the way, that will be kicked off again this year. We're looking forward to another round of March Mathness coming up. Second gold award goes for issues in crisis communications category for the Show Up for Success campaign to reduce chronic absenteeism. And then finally, a gold award for the shared media, which is video streaming category for Graduation Live, which Mr. Lineberger puts so much time and effort into live streaming our graduation ceremonies each year. And so that award was for last year. So we want to, of course, thank Mr. Lineberger for all of his hard work and all of these endeavors, and congratulate him on bringing our school system 3 gold awards. Are you able to juggle all those?
I'm trying to.
Quite a few here.
But you're going to have to hold them. I'll see you.
Sarah, could you come around this way? I need to have my picture just right.
All right. Congratulations, Josh.
Item 5.03, recognition of the month of February 2026 as CTE month. Mr. Jason Sir.
Good evening, Board Chair, Board members, and Dr. Nicely. February is National Career and Technical Education Month, and I'd like to tonight to briefly highlight CTE in Roanoke County Public Schools. CTE provides avenues for students to become opportunity ready by investigating career pathways, exploring their interests, and preparing for high skill, high demand fields. Our CTE instruction combines strong academics with hands-on, real-world learning to equip students with the skills, experiences, and mindset they need for success in whatever direction their career path leads. CTE is not an alternative path. It is an essential part of how we help our students plan for life after graduation. Our CTE department holds ongoing conversations with employers in the greater Roanoke Valley to stay informed about employers' need for a skilled workforce and how our CTE programs help meet that need by aligning instruction with labor market demand. For students, CTE increases engagement and relevance by connecting learning to the real world and possible careers. For families, it provides multiple post-graduation options, employment, college, credentials, military service, apprenticeships, or a combination of these. CTE ensures students graduate with choices. Well, as you know, Roanoke County Public Schools offers a broad range of CTE programs across multiple career clusters and in our secondary schools, our 5 middle schools, 5 high schools, and Burton Center for Arts and Technology. With the school board's ongoing support, students can earn industry credentials, participate in work-based learning, gain hands-on experience using industry standard equipment. Programs in areas such as health sciences, business and marketing, family and consumer sciences, skilled trades, IT, and engineering help students build both technical skills and those opportunity-ready skills. Work-based learning opportunities help students gain firsthand knowledge of the workplace as well as the technical skills it takes to succeed. These experiences allow students to graduate not only with a diploma, but with confidence and real-world readiness. CTE is driven by talented teachers in each of our secondary schools, including Burton Center, which will soon, as we know, transition to the new Roanoke County Career and Technology Center. I'm proud to work alongside a dedicated CTE teaching corps, as well as a small but mighty CTE support staff. With me tonight are Supervisor of CTE, Mark Jones, Work-Based Learning Coordinator, Amanda Painter, and School Business Relations Coordinator, Carl York. The CTE team, with the ever-present assistance, I can't leave her out, Ms. Becky Caldwell, she couldn't be with us tonight, worked behind the scenes on tasks that help make Roanoke County Public Schools a CTE leader in Virginia. Tasks include that we work on developing the Federal Perkins Plan, collaborating with the Office of Economic Development, reviewing curriculum, making specialized equipment purchases, submitting state reports, meeting with businesses, collaborating on the Carnegie Future of High School effort, and developing and coordinating work-based learning opportunities. This team of people, in collaboration with our teachers and industry partners, works tirelessly to provide engaging and purposeful learning experiences to our students. In closing, CTE in Roanoke County Public Schools is about opportunity and impact. Updates can be read and listened to via the CTE Department's new Opportunity Engine newsletter and podcast series posted to our website. Thank you for your time tonight and for your continued support of CTE through not only the funding, but your participation on the General Advisory Committee and by attending our CTE-related events. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 5.04, recognition of the month of February 2026 as School Board Appreciation Month. Dr. Ken Nicely.
Thank you for that presentation from our CTE folks. Roanoke County Schools is very privileged to have one of the most recognized and highly honored CTE programs in Virginia, and appreciate their leadership with that. So we have a recognition we want to provide on behalf of for the School Board Appreciation Month, and we have a proclamation that's been issued by the governor. So I'll read that to you with all the appropriate whereases. So by virtue of the authority vested in the Constitution in the Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, there is hereby officially recognized as School Board Appreciation Month. Whereas public schools play a critical role in Virginia by supporting the well-being of students and providing an equitable opportunities to students of all backgrounds, and whereas the future of the Commonwealth depends on public schools as they teach, challenge, and nurture tomorrow's leaders, and whereas school board members are elected to represent the interests of students, teachers, parents, and other stakeholders of public schools, and whereas school boards play a vital role in ensuring that students across the Commonwealth have access to a high-quality, rigorous public education and are best positioned to uphold educational excellence in Virginia schools, whereas school boards are the governing bodies responsible for the oversight, success, and effectiveness of school systems across the Commonwealth, whereas local school board members work with parents, businesses, educational professionals, and other community members to create a shared vision of success for students, and whereas these decisions affect the present and future lives of children and chart a path to prepare all students to be competitive in a local, state, national, and global 21st century knowledge economy, and whereas School Board Appreciation Month acknowledges the contributions, dedication, and service of Virginia's local school board members, therefore, Governor Spanberger does officially recognize February 2026 as School Board Appreciation Month in the Commonwealth of Virginia and call this observance to the attention of all of our citizens. And of course, with this, a lot of our schools have provided tokens of appreciation to all the school board members, and we thank for each of you for your service to the citizens and families and students of Roanoke County. So, can we have a round of applause for our school board members? And she didn't know I was going to do this, and she didn't blow this up into large print, but this is also School Board Clerk Appreciation Week.
Yay.
So I'm going to attempt to read this. So this is another list of whereases. Whereas school board clerks in each locality throughout our great Commonwealth are appointed by law to fulfill their duties and responsibilities, and whereas school board clerks are responsible for keeping accurate records of the meetings and proceedings of the school board, a record of all receipts and disbursements, and a record of all official acts, whereas school board clerks perform such other duties in connection with the school business of of their county, as may be required by the school board. Whereas school board clerks maintain frequent contact with the public, including parents, employees of and the media, on behalf of the school board and superintendent. And whereas school board clerks and the performance of their duties are often required to work extra hours attending school board meetings, whereas school board clerks help to ensure students achieve their highest potential and provide an invaluable service for school board members and superintendents. This is from the VSBA Board of Directors, recognizes February 16th through 20th, which is this week, as School Board Clerk Appreciation Week in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we can have a round of applause for Ms. York.
Speech. Board members and Dr. Nicely, I think that's time for a vote. Speech. Surprise.
It's only for a few seconds. Oh, that's unfortunate, Dr. Soltis. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a response from him. All right, item 5.05, School Spotlight, Burlington Elementary, Miss Beth Grimm Jennings.
Madam Chair, board members, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to come before you to share a few highlights of Burlington Elementary. It is my pleasure to represent my school and all that they have. I wanted to start a little bit with history. Our school was built in 1939. But with that being said, we have had some renovations in the last 25 years of our kindergarten wing and also an annex gym. And just recently, we had the basement renovated, which allowed for a lot more space for us. So we're appreciative of that. And I wanted to give a shout out to my custodians. We may be old, but we are clean. We have one of the cleanest schools in Roanoke County, and I'm quite proud of that. Our enrollment now is 450, and we have 89 staff members, and we house preschool and also a FACS class within our elementary school. Something that sort of makes us unique is that we currently have 96 students who are English language learners. And of those, we have 11 languages that are spoken at school. And this is a richness and a diversity that we embrace and that we're thankful for. And our students have spent a lot of time learning from one another, and we are very much appreciative of this. We have a very strong community at Burlington Elementary, and we do a lot of activities to draw families into our community. In proximity, we're very close to our families. We provide a lot of activities after school. Some of those are Girls on the Run. We have a grant this year, and we have a violin club, and students actually get violins that they get to take home and practice, and has been very well received. We have our student council. We have free after school care, and we also have police PAPs that I'll touch on a little bit more as we go. We also work on getting our families in to build community and also to help with parent education. We have PTA performances, obviously, each month. We have excellent Title I nights, which work on helping families with literacy and math skills. We do a variety of fundraisers with restaurants in our community to also build a relationship with them. And it's a fun time for families. We have our SOL Swim Club for 3rd through 5th. And we do our spring carnival and trunk or treat, just to name a few. We have a very strong PTA, of which I'm very appreciative of. They're very supportive. They do a lot of activities in and out of school. We try to have a wide array of activities to touch all students' interests. We do have the Boys and Girls Club, which we're very appreciative of. It is free, and it is more than just your normal after-school care. It has a lot of depth to it. There is a power hour for homework, which many kids need. But they also have a reading and math remediation component. And I actually have staff members who are employed by Boys and Girls Club who provide enrichment in reading and math from an extension from what's going on in the classroom. They work on healthy lifestyles, community presentations, field trips, and parent education. As always, we're looking at ways to provide more deeper learning experiences for our students. This year, we don't have the luxury of space to have a STEM lab, so we purchased STEM bins for our teachers to have within the classroom. Our fifth graders are exceedingly excited about the solar car event that we have coming where they create their own solar car. We have a competition at school, and then there'll be a county level competition. And we've also added the Lego kits where students get to experience and build things within the Lego community. I wanted to draw particular attention to my staff. I have a very hardworking, dedicated staff who spend endless hours to provide a rich, caring, loving environment for students. They support all students. Every student that comes through our doors, we treat them as our own and do everything that we can do to help them be successful. Tonight, I wanted to pay particular emphasis for our SRO, Rick Crozier, who's here tonight, if you would come forward. I know that you as a board spent a lot of time and effort to make sure that we had SROs in our schools, and we are greatly appreciative. And I'm not sure that you maybe know everything that goes on with our SROs. We hit the lottery with our SRO, and I have a few notes of things that I wanted to share about Mr. Crozier. It is my honor to recognize Officer Crozier, our school resource officer at Burlington Elementary. For the past 3.5 years, Officer Crozier has been a constant, steady presence at our school, someone who not only keeps our students and staff safe, but also invests deeply in the life of our school community. From the beginning of his time with us, Officer Crozier has made it clear that his role is more than simply one of enforcement and protection. He has immersed himself fully into the daily rhythm of our school. He serves on important school committees, contributing his perspective to the planning and decision making. He attends our PTA events, where he takes time to talk to parents, listen to concerns, and build trust. He makes it a point to connect with students on a personal level, learning their names, asking about their day, and making sure that they know he is someone they can always provide support. Each year, Officer Crozier takes the initiative to present safety lessons to every single classroom in the building. These presentations are not one size fits all. He tailors them to the developmental level of our students, ensuring that our youngest learners understand the basic safety rules where our older students receive age-appropriate guidance about making safe and responsible choices. Beyond his work during the school day, Officer Crozier has sponsored our Police Pals Club, and we have 2 of our teachers who are also sponsors here with us tonight. This club meets twice a week after school with one group dedicated to 3rd graders and another to the 4th and 5th graders. Through this program, students gain hands-on introduction to the criminal justice. Officer Crozier brings in guest speakers from across the community, local police officers, firefighters, EMS personnel, and other personnel so students can see firsthand how many of the public safety support strengthens our community. He makes learning engaging, relevant, and inspiring, and in the process, he shows students what service and leadership looks like. One of the highlights of the club each year is our annual Police Pals Ball. This event is attended by our club members, their families, and local law enforcement. It is more than just a dance. It is a celebration of community, partnership, and a moment where students and families can interact with officers in a positive, welcoming environment. For the past 2 years, he has also organized our Saturday Bike Rodeo, an event designed to promote bike safety and community engagement. Students and families came out, learned important bike safety, and enjoyed a day of fun that also carried with it a powerful message. Safety and community go hand in hand. The impact that Officer Crozier cannot be measured only by the number of events that he has organized or the presentations he has delivered. His impact is measured by the countless moments when students feel safer and parents feel confident and teachers feel supported simply because he is there. his smiling and greeting face to families, and his calm presence during times of stress and reassuring voice reminds the students they matter. Officer Crozier is not only our resource officer, he is our partner, our mentor, our role model, and a key part of the Burlington family. He keeps us safe, yes, but he also builds and fosters trust and strengthens the bond between school and community. On behalf of the Burlington Elementary family, it is my privilege to recognize and thank Officer Crozier for his unwavering dedication. His service has left a lasting mark on our school, and we are incredibly grateful to call him one of our own. You're welcome. And he has some support with him, and this is a reflection of the support that he provides for us. It's tremendous. And Chief Poindexter is here, Sergeant Voss is here, Sergeant Banks is here, his sister Melissa is here, and two of the teachers that work with him in Police Pals, Mrs. Cabot and Mrs. Flint, are here to also show their support.
Miss Grimm, before you leave there, Miss Jennings, I'm sorry. I've seen firsthand what a tremendous job you've done and the positive impact you've had at Burlington over the years. Disappointed that you've decided to retire, but I'm confident.
I'm old.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know that you've earned the right to retire.
I appreciate that. It is a wonderful school community. It has been absolutely my privilege to work with them. And out of my 32 years, it's the most hardworking, dedicated staff I've ever had the privilege to lead.
Appreciate the job you've done. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Thank you. Item 6.01, report by Student Advisory Council Representative Lily Braddock.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Dr. Nicely, Dr. Solsis, and members of the board. Thank you all for the opportunity to share an update from the SAC meeting held on February 4th. The council welcomed Ms. Susan Peterson, Director of Finance, who provided an overview of the school's division budgeting process. She outlined how many different factors impact the final adopted budget. Ms. Peterson emphasized transparency and encouraged students to participate in upcoming surveys and public input opportunities. The council also welcomed Mr. Ben Williams, the Director of Assessment and Research, to discuss grading policies, SOL assessments, and potential changes at the state level. Topics discussed included variations in retake and test correction policies by subject area, the elimination of traditional extra credit, and the potential changes to the SOLs and grading. Students raised some concerns regarding grading consistency and the importance of timely, specific feedback. Mr. Williams provided good feedback and advice on how to navigate these issues. The council revisited discussions of amending the SAC bylaws to clarify attendance expectations. Survey results showed strong support for clear attendance guidelines and the leadership discretion enforcement. Key takeaways from the survey include 64% support for attendance policy amendment, 86% support for leadership discretion in determining thresholds, and a broad support for recognizing outside leadership participation. The council agreed that drafting a bylaw language will be prepared for presentation considered at the March 4th meeting. Representatives share the following highlights from their schools. At Cave Spring, they're preparing a Kindness Month activities for the Youth Mental Health Awareness Initiative this month. Their basketball team held a benefit game on February 13th for Morgan's Message and the Tudor House. They are also holding an American Heart Association school-wide challenge in support for a student who is suffering from heart disease. At William Byrd, an anti-vaping club is currently under consideration. They are also actively looking at returning paper towels into the bathrooms instead of hand dryers and possibly adding foot handles on the doors to improve sanitation. At Glenver, posters were made to raise awareness of human trafficking, and SAC members helped update school-wide expectation videos. At Hidden Valley, a new HOSA club is under consideration. Students are collaborating and actively working on their opportunity-ready portfolio defenses. We are also showing support and acts of kindness for a middle school student who has unfortunately recently suffered a severe accident. The SLC Planning Committee shared the theme for this year's conference, Communication Creates Change. The conference will take place on April 24th here at Central Office. SAC members were informed of the CADCA National Youth Council opportunity for students ages 15 through 18. with prevention leadership experience. 7 students from our 4 school requested applications. If selected, students will participate in a monthly virtual meeting from February to July of 2027, in which they connect with other student leaders across the nation who are working to combat substance use. This program also includes an expense-paid in-person retreat in Alexandria in the fall of 2026. The next SAC meeting will be held March 4th, featuring Dr. Sean Hughes, the Director of School Counseling, and Ms. Karen Garlow, the Associate Director of Counseling. Thank you for your continued support of the student leadership in Roanoke County Public Schools.
Thank you. Item 7.01, public hearing on the 2026-2027 annual budget. Before the school board approves its budget for submission to the appropriating body, the board must hold at least one public hearing to hear the views of the citizens. Please notice, public notice of the hearing must be given at least 7 days before the hearing in a newspaper having a general circulation in the division pursuant to 22.1-92B of the Code of Virginia. This time is set aside to receive citizen comments on the 2026-2027 annual budget for Roanoke County Public Schools. The public hearing was advertised in the Roanoke Times on February 12, 2026. Do we have any public comments? It does not appear that we have any citizen comments, so the public hearing is now closed. Item 8.01, hearing of citizens for agenda topics. We do not have any. Item 9, consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Dr. White,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. London,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Greenway,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens.
Yes, ma'am. Item 10, action. We do not have any. Item 11, information. 11.01, introduction of new assistant superintendents. Dr. Jamie Soltis.
Madam Chair, members of the board, thank you for providing me the opportunity to introduce everyone to the new assistant superintendents beginning July 1. If I could have Ms. Green, and I'm sorry I'm sick, so you probably want to stay a little bit away from me. Ms. Todd, sorry. Ms. Poland. I'm pleased to formally welcome Ms. Jill Green as our new Assistant Superintendent of Administration and Human Resources, and Dr. Haley Poland as our new Assistant Superintendent for Student Services. I'm truly excited to have both of these outstanding leaders join our already amazing central office team. I have been blessed to work alongside each of them during my career, and I've witnessed firsthand their professionalism, integrity, and unwavering commitment to students and staff. Ms. Green brings a strong background in organizational leadership and personnel management. Throughout her career, she's demonstrated leadership skills and the ability to both motivate and support stakeholders, including me when I was a young teacher at Glenver. Dr. Poland brings expertise in student services, counseling, and special education. Dr. Poland and I first worked together at Glenver Middle School, where she served as my middle school counselor and did a lot of other things that probably didn't fall under the counselor realm that I asked her to do. Throughout her career journey, she's demonstrated leadership, a tireless work ethic, and the ability to work with all stakeholders. Both of these leaders bring a wealth of experience, a collaborative spirit, and a shared commitment to continuous improvement. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Green and Dr. Poland. And I do look forward to working with both of you as we move forward. The absence of Dr. Nicely, who I also wanted to congratulate and wish luck. Anyway, I want to give them a chance to talk.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Nicely, and Dr. Soltis. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to serve Roanoke County Public Schools as Assistant Superintendent for Administration and Human Resources. I am sincerely grateful for your trust and confidence. For the past 6 years, I have had the privilege of serving as principal of Northside High School. While it is not easy to step away from a community I value deeply, that experience has strengthened my leadership and deepened my understanding of the daily work in our buildings. I am very proud of what we have accomplished together and very thankful to the Northside community. As a veteran educator with a deep passion for public education, I am honored to continue serving a division that is truly one of the best. Finally, I want to thank my daughters, Haley and Hannah, for the constant encouragement and love. Thank you for this opportunity.
Hard to follow. Jill, thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the school board, Dr. Nicely, Dr. Soltis. I am deeply honored and grateful for this opportunity to return to Roanoke County Public Schools as the Assistant Superintendent of Student Services. Thank you for your trust in me and your confidence that I can do this role. I recognize the responsibility and that comes with this role, and I'm humbled by the chance to support students and families and our colleagues in Roanoke County Public Schools. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I'm excited to work with Dr. Soltis and the great team here in Roanoke County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Green, I hate to see you leave Northside. You've done such a tremendous job over there. It's been such a breath of fresh air. Just want to make sure that you remembered, once a Viking, always a Viking.
Madam Chair.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I would also like to say to Ms. Green, because you came in at a time that was unsettling in many ways to the Northside community, and just gave us that steady calm, and you've been a leader that they have respected and loved, and just been great for that community, great for Roanoke County Public Schools, your leadership and guidance. And obviously we've had opportunities to work on other projects and things, and just appreciate everything you've brought to our school system, and what a wonderful way to extend that knowledge and experience and to bring it to the assistant superintendent. We look forward to working with you.
I would echo those comments. They've already beat me to the punch, but I tell Miss Green all the time how I feel about her. She's a wonderful administrator, and you do an excellent job. I'm excited to see what you're going to do here at the central office. And I had the opportunity, I don't know, about 16 years ago, something like that, to work with Dr. Poland now. She did an excellent job as a school counselor. She helped me with programs such as Yovaso, and we had a great time doing that. I actually still have the picture that made the newspaper from that. So it's easy to see her love for students, and I'm excited to what you're going to do for us too. Thank you both for coming on board.
Congratulations to both of you. I've gotten to know both of you a little bit. Love Jill with her candor, and she'll shoot you straight for sure. But I've enjoyed getting to know both of you. I hope to get to know you a little bit better. But we're so happy to have both of you, and congratulations to both of you. Okay. All right, so we've got item 12.01, hearing of citizens for non-agenda topics, which we do not have any. Item 13.01, report by Roanoke County School Superintendent, Dr. Ken Nicely.
I want to add my congratulations and commendation on the choice of Ms. Green and Dr. Poland for those roles. I've had the privilege of working with them for many years as well, and just I think they're great choices. Ms. Green, of course, former principal at both Glenver and most recently at Northside, and we were so pleased to have gotten her back into Roanoke County a few years ago. And Dr. Poland, many years ago, was my own children's school counselor when over at William Byrd, and so I had the first opportunity to know her then. And what stuck out to me back then was just her commitment to really get to know kids and look out for their best interests. And so congratulations to them both, and I look forward to the work they'll do in Roanoke County Schools moving forward. Want to once again acknowledge and express our appreciation to you, the members of the school board, for your dedicated service to the citizens, families, and children of Roanoke County. In honor of School Board Appreciation Month, you're each committed to service and doing your best to make policy and budget decisions that benefit our school system and the public we serve. And on behalf of the employees of Roanoke County Public Schools, we thank you. Also want to thank again Ms. York for her service as school board clerk in honor of School Board Clerk Appreciation Week, and recognize the double duty she does as clerk as well as assistant to the superintendent. So thank you, Ms. York, for your diligent work to help keep us all organized and in line. We're continuing to celebrate the exceptional work and success of Roanoke County Public Schools through a variety of outlets. We're pleased to be invited to contribute a chapter to a new book published last week called STEM Century, published in collaboration with AASA, the National Superintendents Association, in which we told the RCPS story to a national audience. Also, Mr. Riley and I were also invited to do a recent interview with media from Carnegie Foundation, and we'll be presenting a session at the VAST Superintendent's Conference in the spring. As we're continuing to get the word out about the great work being done in their school system. Our elementary student-led conferences took place last week, and we received lots of feedback from principals and parents about how much they enjoyed participating with our children in a format in which the students themselves are able to talk about what they are learning and reflect on their own progress. The middle school student-led conferences will take place on April 21st. And as a reminder, as of right now, April 21st is of course now a non-student day, since schools will be used for polling places for the upcoming referendum. So that'll be a work day for all employees, but a non-student day. Our high schools have been busy gearing up for the upcoming Opportunity Ready Graduate Senior Defenses, which is coming up on March 17th and 18th. And of course, as a reminder, that'll be a virtual learning day for students in grades 9 through 11 as seniors present their portfolios in hopes of demonstrating their skills and earning an Opportunity Ready Graduate Diploma Seal and Honor Cord. This will be the second year in which all high schools are participating. And I want to commend and thank Mr. Riley for his leadership in taking the vision I led through the development of the Sea Change Framework and the Opportunity Ready profile of a graduate, and accepting the challenge I gave him to create the Opportunity Ready Graduate Senior Portfolio Defenses. His skill, talent, and persistence in bringing everyone together to make it all real has been unmatched, and I credit him with working with the principals to make it a success. So look forward to seeing those. I hope the members of the board can come out and see some of those coming up on March 17th and 18th. I want to thank all of our employees who have taken time to nominate a fellow employee for one of our special awards that we created this year. In keeping with our teamwork and kindness themes we launched at Convocation, employees have been given shout outs to colleagues for their teamwork, exemplary kindness, being a difference maker, and for having a golden attitude. Each nominee is recognized in our staff newsletter and was recently sent a special pin to acknowledge their contribution to our RCPS team. The annual district spelling bee was held last week with middle school students Ashvin Maraju and Rory Grant battling through a record 73 rounds, with Ashvin finally winning. So it was quite a competition. They're both previous winners of the spelling bee. So congratulations to them both, and good luck to Ashvin as he represents us in the national spelling bee, or in the regional spelling bee, excuse me. The annual RCPS Science Fair is this Saturday, and that's going to be held at Hidden Valley High School this year. It's been at Northside High School for the past several years, so it's at Hidden Valley this year, and those exhibits open at noon. So that's when they're open to the public, and I hope you all will be able to come out and help celebrate with our students and their families. The series of community meetings educating parents about the dangers of social media and smartphones is continuing. The next sessions are being held at Fort Lewis Elementary on Monday, February 23rd. Mountain View Elementary is Tuesday, March 3rd. Case Spring Elementary on Thursday, March 12th, and Glen Cove on Monday, March 16th. And of course, the complete listing of the dates and locations are on the website. And I want to thank Emily Harrison, as well as Nancy Hans and Dr. Hughes and the whole team for making sure that those events have been held and will be held at each of our schools this year. It's quite a feat and a lot of time commitment on their part, but I think it's well worth doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item 14.01, reports and inquiries of board members. Dr. White, would you like to go first?
Sure. So first off, congratulations again to Ms. Green and Dr. Poland. Definitely well-deserved position ahead of you, and lots of hard work, I'm sure, on the horizon. But I know you both are well prepared for it, and it's nothing new for you. I certainly appreciate all the sentiment this evening about the hard work and dedication of staff, and that's what truly makes Roanoke County Public Schools what they are. And I know ahead of us, we've been talking a lot about budget and numbers and all that, and I hope that as we continue to firm up those numbers and our budget for next year, we keep in mind that the humans behind it are what truly matters and what is important for the future to come. That's all I really have to say tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Linden?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I too will most likely be brief here. Just want to thank Miss York. Dr. Nicely has kind of stolen all our thunder up here tonight with the School Board Clerk Appreciation Week. However, you've done a tremendous job, and based on all those whereases, I think there may have been more than the board had. So might need to put her in for a raise, Dr. Nicely. But Chuck, well deserved on your awards too. Want to congratulate you. I'm not sure there's anybody in this building that works any harder than you do, and those are extremely well deserved awards. So looking forward to the science fair event tomorrow. Saturday morning, excuse me. Try to get over to Hidden Valley, and tagging in on the social media events. They have been fantastic. I again reiterate, any parents that have an opportunity to go to those, get out and hear what they say, and based on what we've heard recently and seen recently, it might be time to start looking into some similar events on the dangers of vaping. So I know that Nancy would do a nice job with that too. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Greenway?
Well, thank y'all for being brief.
We know.
Because he cannot be.
So, Madam Chair.
I said that out loud. I'm sorry.
So I do have a few things to say. I do echo the sentiments for Miss York. I would love to have a speech, but I guess in lieu of having a speech, we'll just thank you. You do keep us straight, and we need to be kept straight, especially some of us more than others. But thank you for everything you do. Chuck, again, the awards, as Mr. Linden said, you're at everything. So we thank you for all you do. The one big topic I do have tonight, and it's fresh on my mind and fresh on all of our minds, because we seem to be dealing with 90% of our expulsion cases now seem to be vaping, seem to be related to THC or some foreign substance that these kids are getting. And it's, I'm not very good at speeches, so I just wrote down my thoughts, but I want to appeal to Governor Spanberger. I want to appeal to Chief Poindexter. I want to appeal to all the state delegates and everyone here to realize that this is a huge problem. This isn't just a minor problem, a blip on the radar. This is a huge problem. And I get that we're, as adults and in society, that we're just legalizing legalizing everything, and everybody can do what they want to do. And our kids hear that, and they hear that message, and they think it's okay. What's the big deal? It's legalized now. Why can't we do it? It's okay. And for kids, and again, I say this to every kid that comes before us that we have to deal with, what I've learned over the past decade is, that the brains are still developing. Kids aren't adults, and that's the huge difference here, is that they're still developing. If we want to legalize all this stuff and do whatever we want to do for adults, whatever, it's fine. But for our kids, we have got to make, if we're going to have these laws, somebody's got to start enforcing them. Somebody's got to take them serious. These kids, I ask every kid that comes before us the same questions. My fellow board members hear this every time. And a lot of times they will say, I walked into such and such place. I walked over here and just went in and got it. Did you get carded? No. Or they've got to look at the camera. If you show me a fishing license, they look at it and you go and get it, whatever. But at some point, these kids are getting expelled. They're getting addicted. It's not just and it's not a rich problem. It's not a poor problem. It's not a minority problem. It's not a Caucasian problem. It's everybody's problem. It's everybody. And so somebody at some point, and I've said this in these meetings before, and I don't know what the right answers are. And I think Dr. Soltis, for sending this to our police a couple of times, and, frustrating getting the answer back. Well, there's not much we can do. There's this, that, or the other, or they can do this or that. And I get everybody's hands seem to be tied. Somebody smarter than me needs to take this project up and figure out how we can make a difference. I love the idea that William Byrd's thinking about an anti-vaping club. I need to get with Mr. Knoll. I'll sponsor it anonymously. I'll sponsor it. But somebody's got to get a foothold with our kids and say, it's not okay. This is not okay for you. And, not only the dangers of fentanyl and all the other stuff, but somebody's got to decide or make a decision that we're going to tackle this problem somehow, some way. And I get that education, hey, let's educate them, let's educate them, let's educate them. I get that helps, but I don't think that makes the difference that we need to get this done in some fashion, some way to get to our kids. I think actions and having consequences for these people that just treat it laissez-faire, for our kids, it just needs to be a problem that somebody takes and tackles, and they need all the accolades they get because it'll be a huge help to our students. So I just want to say that. Want to thank all the schools for the recognition, the goodies. I mean, how nice is this? No better way to my heart than all these goodies. So thank you for the schools. William Byrd, got a nice package for us, and Northside and Northside High School, a couple of things. So thank y'all so much. CTE month, I think, as Dr. Nicely said, I think we're leading the way, with our new school. What an amazing product for Roanoke County. If we use it correctly, if we start bringing in jobs and we start utilizing the abilities of what we're giving this star on the hill, I think we can be recognized for that just as well as the star on Mill Mountain. I mean, I just think it's that big a deal. And hopefully, as hard as we fought, we got to fight just as hard to start getting these jobs here for our kids to stay here. And we got to start growing the population. I saw a Cardinal News article where Roanoke City's had more people leave Roanoke City in the last several years than they have since the 60s or some crazy statistic. That's going to bleed over into Roanoke County. I know that there's a lot of difference in the policies, whatever, but we've got to start working. And I think CTE is just a shining example on the hill of ways we can get businesses here. So thank you for all y'all do. Dr. Poland, Ms. Green, again, welcome. Thank you for stepping up and being a part of our team. And I want to say one last congrats to Dr. Nicely. Thank you for everything you've done. The reason we're successful, the reason we're in this position is because you stepped in about 6 or 8 years ago and, got us to this point. And so we're handing the football off, or handing off the baton or whatever we're handing off to Dr. Soltis. But we thank you for where we're at, how you've gotten us here, and we're a great example of what hard work can do in public schools. So thank y'all for everything. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Hudson?
Well, I don't think Mr. Greenway left anything for me to say. I'll just echo all of his comments. Welcome, Dr. Poland, Ms. Green. So excited. Like I said, I know you both are going to bring such a great accomplishment for us in the coming years. I'd like to thank our CTE leadership. I know that you guys are out building programs and partnerships in the community. It's very important to us. I'm excited about our new infrastructure, but most importantly, what we're going to provide to our kids. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing with that. I saw Carl here earlier. I guess he had to step out, but hope he's doing well. Didn't get a chance to speak with him. And thank you, Edie, for all that you do for us. You do an amazing job. It's always nice to be able to pick up the phone and know you're going to take care of whatever we need. I'd like to congratulate the Glenver High School swim team. They just won the state championship last night. That's back-to-back. Back-to-back. 3-time. Okay.
There's something in the water.
I tell you, we have this huge sign. We have this huge sign with all the state championships with Glenver on. I think we're going to have another one built, and that one is probably 20 feet tall. So it seems like we just keep winning. I know Coach Hall and that group do an amazing job with our kids, and it's just a testament to our community, our children, our parents, the community, the coaches. Glenver's a family, just like all of our other districts, and look forward to seeing them soon here to recognize them. That's all we got.
Thank you. We've had a chance to attend some committee meetings and board meetings recently. So Mr. Greenway and I attended the CTE General Advisory Committee meeting recently. Just a couple of things that I took away from that, and I think Mr. Sir touched on some of this. The industry insight tours are still those are continuing. I think that's a great opportunity for us and for staff to be able to visit these companies. I think Branch is the one that's coming up. Some of us visited Carter Machinery once before, but it gives us an opportunity to see what these companies do, what opportunities there are for our students. A lot of them are offering paid training, and they give them jobs right off the bat as soon as they graduate. So I think those are a really important thing that we're doing and continuing to do. The other thing I took away from it is the GoTech labs. It's a big deal. So we've got Hidden Valley Middle School and William Byrd Middle School are receiving those now. So these are manufacturing and health science labs. And we've received grants for those labs. So I think you said we're $150,000 a piece. It's a lot of money, but we've received grants for those. And it sounds like the plan is that all of the middle schools may have them next year. So that's a big deal. So that was something I took away from the meeting. Also, I think you guys recently held the registered apprenticeship event. There were 20 companies there. That's a big deal. Again, great opportunities for our students to get involved in these apprenticeships. So we appreciate all that you're doing. I also had an opportunity I serve on the Roanoke Valley Governor's School Board as well. So their big thing right now is their project forum, which they just held. And we had quite a number of Roanoke County students who won awards for their projects through the Roanoke Valley Governor's School. And then as Dr. Nicely mentioned, we have our own science fair this Saturday, which I do love to attend every year. It's great to see our students and the projects that they've done. Yesterday, Dr. Nicely and I had an opportunity to visit Green Valley Elementary, Penn Forest, and Back Creek, and then Cave Spring High School. So Dr. Nicely and I do this twice a year, every year. So I'm sad to say that next Wednesday will be our last opportunity to do this together. But I do enjoy visiting the schools and seeing the students and the teachers in their classrooms. My takeaway always is that our students are so polite and respectful and well-behaved and engaged. That's the big piece of it. These students are engaged, and it's because their teachers are offering these really engaging assignments. So we saw some pretty cool things yesterday. So I'm just going to I know I can't touch on all of them, but we did see some cool things. So we saw some students learning about lapse time. And they had passports that they were having to get stamped when they moved from one country to the next, which I thought was really a great way to bring that home. So that was in one of the classrooms. We had students that were learning about reflection and refraction. They were going around the classroom and observing different objects and had to answer those questions. So that was really cool. We saw history students at the high school making silent films. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Talk about bringing home an assignment. Those kids are never going to forget that. He showed us some of them. Some of these students are acting in these silent films, and then some of them are able to use AI to make those silent films. But when you're talking about Prohibition and that time frame, it's a great way to bring that home. So I thought that was really cool. We saw mummified apples yesterday. That was interesting. And we saw a gym class that was holding the Winter Olympic Games, which was very cool. The kids were involved in different events and they were mimicking the games, so that was really cool. Let's see, what else did we see? Oh, there was one teacher that she was really trying to make these reading assignments they were doing more interesting. So she had brought in Beatles music for reference, because obviously these students don't know who the Beatles are. So she did that, which I thought was really cool. And then next week, the story was about bugs and eating bugs. And so she's bringing in the chocolate covered bugs for next week. So that was very cool. Yeah. And then we saw some students at the high school. I mean, the kids seemed to think it was cool. I don't think I would eat them, but the Cave Spring High School students, we did see them working on their portfolios, which is also really cool to see. And I just wanted to show this. The principal, Haley Deeds at the high school, has designed these invitations, which I think are super fancy. And if we're going to make a big deal out of these senior defenses, then I think inviting our parents to join and making a big deal of it is a really cool way to do it. And so I just want to give a shout out to her because I thought this was a great idea. So anyways, we saw some great things. I think we always do. I'm always impressed with our students and our teachers, and I'm glad that
Ms. Clemens, I hesitate to interrupt you, but you left off the highlight of our visit, which was echoed today at Northside High School, by the way, in their yearbook class. And that is, and I can't remember if it was the Penn Forest class or the Green Valley class, the whole class insisted that I could not possibly be older than 30 years old, which I appreciated.
That is true.
Ms. Green's Northside, I don't know if you told them to say this or not, but their yearbook class also insisted that I could not possibly be over the 35. So they're both officially my favorite classes.
Yeah,
so
that did happen.
You left that out.
That did happen yesterday. I'm sorry.
Did they think they got extra credit or something?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the elementary school students had no idea. I mean, no offense or anything.
Wow.
Sorry. That was terrible. I'm sorry. That is not what I meant. The high school students might have been looking for extra credit. That's what I meant. Sorry. Anyways, I'm sorry that I failed to mention that. But it was a good day, and we will visit the rest of the schools next week, and I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So, also congratulations to Chuck Lineberger on your awards, and thank you to Edie York. We, as a chair, I get to spend a little bit extra time with you. We communicate really well, and she answers my questions always really quickly, so I appreciate that. So congratulations to you as well. And do we have anything else? Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, I thought you'd never quit.
Oh, please. Tim, I'm sure if we go back and look at the time, mine is half of yours. Meeting adjourned.